yesterday, I'm sorry, last night I have been the whole day up with a reconstruction, dealing with it, and I will be the one that makes the tendencies. Listen please, I have taken night in this TETIFIEDLY a very normal for the men, both of BUJA PAGANA between evangelics, Sodom and Gomorrah, and the recurrent market of LATU, which are any BUJA PAGANA related around making the control of the social, popular, and the business of it. About my person. This is a very $804 million month business that Cristina Kirchner, with Aníbal Fernández and evangelics of Guillermo Preno, Juan Carnival, Juan Crudo, Marco Abrera, Rosana Condia, with the whole that generates of POLICI of the Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, and Peronistas have instaurated since 2004 playing the fighters for the Patriots, saying that here would come the disaster. And that is the everyday instigation for the generations that learn to us. Now at the referendum for the instigation of everyday making, but between the whole of the realities between the whole of the generations. Elements for the black year of Ahmad Bachlachishvatim. You have no idea what is coming to the election. You have no idea. Oh my God. And making the element for to every reduced tarrito de general oportunista argentino to have a very controlled and domain of sectors, partition, society and powers partition, for the making the job compound for the business of this part of the Guardas, especially Policía Federal Argentina, Ejército Argentino, Gendarmería Nacional, Armada Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado, Policía de Seguridad Portuaria, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Evangelistas Unidos, Kirchner, Peronistas, UNASUR, y todo perro generado just like this. Yesterday we have been doing something like some insight in Arab nations associated to this all, and also pretending to play the International Court of Justice and Supreme, that everyone, as we're working for the right, will be renewed for the supposed humanity making, for components, supposed international terror and crime, that I will be the court. Still tears, perros degenerados, and tears with the I will be liar, still. At the point for the Koleki, telling that I were a very dangerous factor between the mood, temperamental criteries about I will make justice but I will destroy the state, and putting the people to the worthy of the state's infrastructures for making the generations that you see until today. Now to the state. Rhetoric, historic, lusoric. Is exactly the whole artifact of Nazi Zaman. Archetype. Everyone were making the same, and united evangelicals with the conscience. Everyone seeking for the coin, and for the prestige, and for the possessions, and telling that international court of justice will kill them, like robberies said. I mean, accounts, intellectual robbery. The whole I tell in my Justice and States Bodies, and also Latin America or Brazil, Mexico, also en Buenos Aires, dat va Aníbal Perro degenerado Fernández y Perroca, with perrazos degenerados Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Nueva Argentina, Policía de Seguridad Portuaria, Gendarmería Civil Metropolitana, will be belonging at the name of Evangelicals United, each as names, because of I will tenant them, and because of I will own them, and also certain property of Chinese town, etc., that will be at the name of them, and they would rights to reclaiming and tagging. Also certain properties in Tel Aviv, and others were Jerusalem, that it will be my name, saying that belongs to Guillermo Brains and Osvaldo Carnivals, that they have rights to take in and to call to living in. Also certain others around the US and Europe, saying that will be mine, to running to our people of Limpen and the whole people we were working with, saying that they have rights to take in villages, neighborhoods, and anyone's shelter, but DINC or Justice Bodies, that they are hunting and delivering to Buenos Aires, to taking. Now, the reality, Guillermo Horacio Brain instaurated the called DRE at Inork at Unostu. Whenever founded the brothel have done, and every day kept on making the same, and founded the Pitavi Anutan Kamat Anu. Tells the saying that were the authority and the sovereign anointed, and went all over the world, associating and taking and putting and giving and trading, and it's the only thing which have done, which were exactly who it were Sodom, making permanently parties on Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, them generals, them captain, Blekarim, but that was whom not seen. Sex parties being just a whole motto amando Sodomato Manduran at pleasure and conscience, and it's what dedicated its days. And from there, also the whole of the Ritleka den Chovam. And the reality for this were permanently making the Bleki Bohara Sechnet Civil Blood Association Bohara Sechlakim, and everyone that followed that were under the Bleki Radispachanim, like Kenny, Abed Fonal, people that I could take in, have taken. Who is Diablo? That is Diablo. The whole text. Again, Diablos, forever Satan. Now the reality for this, the whole of the reimbursement for less humanity of my person will ever have a twist. But Edwin Mulatar, United Nations, telling that the International Court of Justice couldn't be so partially for the condition of the favoritism of my power move. And same lies and offense. That I would be an emporium of doubt and filled of prerogatives of terms that wouldn't be nothing like some elemental to consider of not royal and nothing to be somewhere paid. And the point of the clear of the facts of the soul that will be an element for refutably putting outside and re-evaluating the whole of the cases and watching if there will be something which has the 42% trade about my life and about Israel and Justice and States Bodies over whole corporation and taking the whole of the institution with todos los generados Argentina, UNASUR, and United Evangelicals from Distance Forward, todos los generados, like that. Now, the clear fact of this is a black immoral, but the fiscalita RAMUTA. Electrical for collecting the team. that I signated them, the whole that I will confess, the whole that I will keep, the whole that I will proceed about, and I didn't signate nothing, and what we do between license office and Rwanda. Now we have 9,004 persons kidnapped because of that Edwin, son of a captain, held Barra. Person making a very black year har det fått något förhisa sett mandlade som sen insett up with people. And people were told in a third to receive about nothing, but third to receive and kidnap those people that were delivered into the region, Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, Peru. We have the whole but three, which goes now. Thank God. The guys are amazing. And suddenly the reality of these evangelicals are desperate and scandalized. $800 flights all over the world. From whole states, from all of the Christianism, 790 field of Christians all over the world. The thing is, you tell me people running 8 flights, and those 8 flights hijacked for there to nothing run, for trying to bring them for rape, murdering, or collect the word. The flights are going to destination, and the idea is that 4 inside already taken, identified perfectly, were catched before. And the 8 flights are delivered to destination. For we agreed about NOU'UNAHM, that you will remain. The situation is that the risk is imminential. I say that because of the whole of the terms by the GOMORRAH, like always have done, were all through the world, where the destinations, the whole of the sickness compounds Sodom and Gomorrah, for there to catch and not letting escape, saying that we're rid of the beast. The rest all. Costumbre de brujas, tierra de mierda, naturally. Son todo guacho recio, guacho pagano, guacho, yo me las sé todas, yo me las saco todas, yo las hago todas. And this will be the expression. Son toda Argentina. Sorry for that thing. When through the clear of this point, that delivers at the black near harvest of my team and all of my money, which $2,104,806,000 will have been paid to evangelicals, Kirchners, and armed forces as, and some other, for I will damage them, and shall be $904,204 million paid for Ejército Argentino for the turbulent damages and putting in evidence things that children I speak, and also damaging the emblem of the country. And to all of the generados like Victor Hugo and others around. Prisoner of journalists. Now, at the clear side of this, for the putting it clear, no coin you send or you pay. We know that. But Argentina, la ponderosa degenerada mierda del Sodom y Gomorrah, put the money in the hands of these perros diablos degenerados that seeks for any marica degenerada, forget me the word, with a title of attorney, Argentina, telling that our specializes over black market having for the blacking of which was nothing, and certain class of licensed for the international law of the state, and not international law like fiction law. That is not the international law, it's the real international law. For the groping some trousers around, manipulating a little bit, blowjobs some son of a captain degenerado, well, wherever to be found, and making a business upon that and arranging and accommodating for I will be the best guy, and they will make the difference because of the exercise. While that were happening, which still occurs, I have been around dealing with the problems, and I made a certain disaster. And the disaster were not only the extortions, but others, like I came for supply, original, for fire, original. That I will wrap about the perros evangelistas deviantes, you know the term, degeneradas diablitas, cualquier mierda deflectiva con propósito de divina parra, acomodando y organizando para tener una moneda, prestigio, poder y destruir y matar a nuestra gente. It's okay with that. Y los quiero muertos. Todos. Now, the clear fact of this whole believers also into. Well, I just avoid this, naturally, like always. Las perros federales, las maricas degeneradas, consider experts, porque es el word again, were all around, trapping and catching some marica de bolas enfermas, which are exercise of profanation, saying that everything is in them balls, forgetting the term again. For the making teller, marica sodomita, about whatever to catch and raise about me. And while that, the 23rd, because if I were in Plaza Italia, Buenos Aires, like you know, I just went through the same cyber that I were the last time at the region, to the email and Gloria, and to the making some element as normal, guilty motor and watching for some other terms and possibilities for the player performance of the society. That in the middle of this reality for Ratika, Havet Siri Shella, Havatli, Repochmotin, Repochmotel, and Badi Havet Pochmats, Master of Lavisatin. Gertogram, Halkimotam, Halkimostin. Laltimo Revetpagras, Halistos as a chef, sometime. So, in the middle of this all, I just saw traces of HDs on disks for the computer, 2.5 inches for laptop, and the reality radical operates from this place in San Justo will be like a county place, La Matanza, partido La Matanza, suburb of Buenos Aires. That has a really good prices. And the maricas de la Policía Federal Argentina, perros evangelistas, started saying that I was seeking for robbed product, that I were buying robbed product, and came to the market as the robbed that I will always do, buying robbed and pretending to sell mine, the supposed robbed by me. Mercado Libre. And I just sent to Gloria this mail for if she will make me some at this good offer, 650 pesos, 500 gigabytes, Western Digital, new article, HD SATA, which is SATA 2 DIC on 2.5 inches like I told you. About the possibilities I have a credit that she told me to pay monthly, and I said to her, even if Not that, even though 320 gigabytes I will ever handle, but half of the possibility daily that I can do something. And so suddenly, while I'm through, I were just wanting for just using my Windows 8 that I bought in la Casa del Audio Buenos Aires Forest Place. This Windows 8 Pro, 32 bits. To the restoring this and the shield, I will overcome between today and tomorrow because of this person that I saw where Santa Fe Avenue, some shop gallery, which it is right there near WHEREEVER intersection, told me that they had it in San Isidro, 400 pesos, and where this term gave me its email that I sent at a referendum to ask and told me from one day to another, you gotta just email me. I don't know what I'm gonna film because of these maricas were making damages all over and destructions like always have been doing. And I wish I to restore the bit of a chunk, or at least the chunk reduced, being a little more useful still at the a little quote of money instead 16,000 pesos that I don't count with. So suddenly, at the reality for this, or 7,000 at the referendum I used this Ken Brown, my granny's TV, LED TV, like a monitor for making my own computer, while maricas y prostitutas degeneradas evangelistas are desperate and hysterical. And people of ours kidnapped, raped, and murdered by maricas degeneradas, esta perra sucia degenerada tierra, and the rest. Now, at the clear fact for this, and the reality is that I have been yesterday making what I've done and also making certain wording. You wanna word? Which maricas, ejército argentino con denominación de Policía Federal, see that they're coming to Israel under the orders of Mauricio Macri to explain. And a barraca. Now the reality is like are threatening Israel, state again, and world. All yesterday, las perras evangelistas making damages to the state of Israel, to Elron, and to whatever communities of Jewish, delivering we will be the demons and I will be the beast. And all through delivering that, the Lord will only answer to them, wanting for the whole that they said, I confess, and I will say nay, and I will have the denial cycle thing. About cuerpo de perras forenses argentinas, with the pardon of you, and perras de cuerpo de tribunales argentinas, making up 904,000 no trials cases for offenses and whatever the shit, telling that the government of the Argentina will be trampled and not infamated this way. And I'm going to put this casta de degenerados y criminales, perros atrevidos, avergonzados, maricas infernales, and otros. So reform Spanish and aware. All through this, and for the putting in clear, kept on having the same all that we know. The referendum for the diplomats were prostibulario de perras de Sodoma, tribunales de Argentina, are all around the sí, el puto, el trolo, el marica, putos y trolos y maricas, y pedófilos y putas y revelados, with the pardon of the verse, forgive me just for the testimony. And about that, were happening the assault while la 23, Policía Federal Argentina, Plaza Italia, started sending the supposed I will be making market for RUACH and say robbing. That I will hiding the evidence in the street and dumping. And that were the time to coming into my house. And that I would rob it all. But wherefore the keep on making like, okay, Your Honors, puto degenerado viciado trolazo puto argentino, with a patch with a gun and saying they have rights to fuck and rights to kill wherever and whenever they want, but no one can fuck with them because of will be crimes having sex with putazos y putazas, fuerzas armadas, y milicos, y gobierno. But they have rights to fuck anybody, whoever, whatever, whenever, and everything will be okay with them. Still. Then in the middle of this all, las putas evangélicas, or the word of canon, I know you need this, forgive me, making the trade on this as well. Y con esas palabras, ay, pero son todos trolls, son todos putos, en definitiva, ¿qué mostramos nosotros? I will be a demon when they destroy people and Chankai's people and families complete, and we Jewish will be all what these putas evangélicas is portraying us. Normally Babilonia. And Egipto panatua anasata, una sola. With them perros K, perros Sopel, perros Peronchos, perros Numpa, perros Capalata, y toda la masonería de mierda, including Macri, Kimpa. Now, the reality of this, I will be desperate for the coin. Compounding with you in the reorganization of the humanity, murdering the state of Argentina. The complete of the element of Blackie Mojarefehat Hexosim I have done yesterday. And third landing were undone, which is Palestina, to the transfer of right Israel. It were TDI Airlines, TDI Airlines, 8281 BDI from Buenos Aires. And others, like the MOD, Emirates, United Emirates Airlines, 9877. Direct to Scale Almani, Scale Manila, Scale Dintor, and from there to Dubai. The whole of the list is I'm going to provide you, and I'm going to give you a play here for the //. Slave Revesahidi Shkilita, Hamachnamas Matlai Indicam, Spalagleki Rofahad, Soharan, Rofasvan, that is Masim, Ashleki Shek, Ashleki Shpachanati. Now the reality, and I am sick of this, I have been the whole yesterday swearing, but in a very situation of making war. And in the middle of that all, I have done the whole that Mintzberg have been saying, and you have the evidences for the rest of this all. Jewish kept on being caught by this degenerations, and this enfiebrada prostitutas reventadas evangelistas, delivering that I will be the whole of them fantasy radically for a coin and for the possessing what I have and who I am. And even though robbing and sending to rob and sending to murder and to rape and to destroy people related on me in this tierra de mierda and any other, in comparison with any other de cuarta Argentinita to supporting these actions, which is normal the most. The same una sola. While the whole of the people of Opladim, Hamas, and I will be the son of it, yeah. Bob Leger Maharasa Hopla Tito Matlechachal, but let us mean, kept on ealing my life, never have, and I won't be patient no more. I want listas. Let go REGHEA'SHE'BAOT kept on delivering that they will do everything I've done, and my computer will never just work, and putas of tribunales de Argentina, thinking that whatever these putos RAMUTAs y putas enfermas, Policía Federal Argentina, Metropolitana, Gendarmería Nacional, delivers with some hocus pocus on a milky shit, game, all around altars of evangelicals and Christians and all this tierra de mierda for the making the job hostile and for them to work like science for them, for the patriot. But makes the rape and murdering of people, saying that that is science and that will be for the patriot to win the war, that Argentina will be under attack and everybody will feel the extrañeza de daños y de ser humiliados y pisoteados y eso no se puede permitir. Well, Argentina is el bastión de Sodom y Gomorrah, pretending to take the states and destroying and robbing too, while raping and murdering families complete of my people, Jewish, and my friends. En esta puta tierra la había una muerte completa. Sorry the words. Foplekimo refachachal abaspetika manarafochal desosim. Ishkopletika manarafochal desosim. This is unprecedented in the whole of the way. And unprecedented is unadmissible in the terms that I'm saying, but it is unadmissible the reality of it is. And I don't need this word, but I need this to die completely. And whoever to be in the middle, I wanted that as well, to avoid, or to hold and sustain such a dictatorship and name no one changing. The whole that said to convert into Cristianita Evangelita, Tarrita de Guarda, were calling for the I will purge them and organizing that and provoking they to be destroyed. And I were ripping out to them people that they themselves were destroying for the lighting thing for the patria. And Evangelita de mierda covering and taking coins for her, saying we're frightened. And if we're frightened, we're running and almost murdered. Now, Febla Kalma Ravasahin. Victims, we know them, and I have been saying until 99%. And it's not a lie. And went right behind to capture and saying that they had to be fucked and killed in this terms. The same my people. And saying that got to kidnap Melech Galevas and Shendoniero Melecha. And Mr. President and Gobio for the make the and that they will own to Argentina, and no one could deny it because of UNASUR will be trampled and destroyed because they will determine it as International Court of Justice, International Criminal Court, that the hiding summary secret for the world will be conspiring, and UNASUR, like America, will have rights for. And so what the reality for this? I'm like, you go focus these things, not get the ready. I'm like, you go as far as not a house, not like something, each mobile. He put those generals not start to sing a killer roba for what I'm saying here. Where the whole night making Telita Mendovania, Bruja de Cuarta Divina, Chad, everyone. For the making the strategy of we should have of that too, wherever. Can I bring it to the very good? Saying that has right to take my life and doing whatever they want, and inviting any marica general putazo from Argentina y UNASUR to profane me and destroy me, to think that that will be strategy of the Lord to killing all Jewish and killing the supposed peace. And kept on kidnapping people and launching people of us into the Plekia Kavachmasari, Yucatan and Plumina. And like Imara Sechmasin, we have the whole but five. Fa electrica, Ramaslech Machetica, in Blegimora Sechwab, Socialistasi. And Blegimora Matlech Machman, 70. Zleki woprawa hol bleki zaki chomatacham. Answer the format of the ship. And gives on the learning that I got to be bleki mohavesasinabim. And the only way that uses is because of far the diablo of any other. delivering that I will be a cheat and a lie because of they will see of the spiritual and they will have revelation of the Lord, that nothing of Lord will ever be able to me, also with the extortions last night. And my through certain places, and my through certain situations, and certain seeking and provoking, went to Marica Teniardas and le hacemos comer pija. And I will provoke and seduce and manipulate like a witch and like a demon. Well, keeps on making the deteriorations to me, putazos evangelistas, for the supposedly I will tell our chat making, they will endorse me to have the Holy Spirit that I will use God. And also others, putazos degenerados, making the rhetoric, bruja puta degenerada Argentina. You don't talk to that way to my father. About whatever the problems I have with the one that called me a son and a daughter, the real JHA'I. So in the middle of this reality, simply GOMORRAH called HAVENOTHING. We're going to kill them all, and they're going to all get dead. And keep on making the same profanation in the generations, or they will fight to me into that. And making the headbelt of putos de Sodom y putas de Gomorrah, y putos evangélicos, Babilonia, which is the supposed fighting against the devil and beast. No one stops, no one will. The whole insects post-converted are exactly what we saw, are all puto retórico degenerado, playing the law and the supposed hell, and are all conscious that are kidnapped to deliver to rape and murder by the thing that they call los brujos. For the making, okay, give them the share, give them the 30, and give to the bastards, everything is okay, nothing happens. Supposed converted and supposed santos autoridades del Señor Jesucristo. Los quiero muertos a todos, si es lo definitivo. Y los quiero muertos definitivamente. Me importa 3 carajos que sea la tercera parte de un quinto entero del mundo. I'm sorry for that. This is a rhetoric reality over what it is the word thing and what it is the shit. Who doesn't change a second half WHEREEVER. And nobody, neither my people. And what is shit, and ain't nothing to recover. And what is dimensional and dimensional is exactly this. Not me, and not this I'm saying. What is a share doesn't change us, and I don't hold criminales degenerados, putos, zorras, ladrones, putos degenerados, making up any class of forgery, any class of an argument with a coin of any class of a puto degenerado. Y si uno que cerca, me hizo todo y me la chupó, y pasó esto. Por un arreglo, por un par de monedas, por una puta obra de heroica marica y heroico degenerado, which never happened nothing except what you already know. With the whole of the evidences and saying that it's a cause. With this, in the rest that saying that I were chunkaizing myself with a smoke, with a plethman clan, with a blueberry scene, that everything would be in pictures for the expertise, and that is the only to take. And whoever just says no, to deliver into rape and murder, like 90 cameras scene, 804,000 persons that we already had to complete. After a very torture and destruction, well, putas perras evangelistas keeps on making the same and never stops. And I want them all dead. Saying that they could have taken everything off of me. And I want them all dead, and this is definitely whoever is in the middle, I want it dead as well. Ain't no defension and no human rights for criminales peligrosos degenerados and whoever to say, but we're Christians, like a worthy or some element to be the criteria to taking for the supposed right and moral. Maldito hijo de una gran puta, podrita en el infierno. And I'm sorry for the victims. With these terms and with everything, gives some maintenance in the generations everyone. And no one ever stops. For Blakey Rafa Fokman Sehalvika Rafa Halva Sabem, is for Blakey Bahar Society said. the truth around what evangelics and what mean. Allah ram adbinim adlekim moharas pasid, ishko pletika maharas echol beteges vaham sachti visvisir, inskal pletika rachalachmat laresmontes instivish vatimam. DBIDMICBMT, defaulty family chem DIDETT, CPICPT, HCPICF 4342, DM Antem, DM Amsam, DM Am, Tika, Ticom, Middle Tanso, Pet, Ket, CC Spit, 85.EDIT.ICE, the word. HTTPS www.inidim einbom siktat on tun set patli van platika matkandivan respondlekim roblekim van habesmat extincte tikhadan barranas pampleti pisman tesmonte dachmat la amparam blenka marabesmat dachmat lachni matla sochni BMTMC 848332 Kerma imbod lechma halbechtinis fachmatam Blackie Mogra effect what Lachmachal Bestetisma, Lachni 848389.DMI middle sys middle IDCAM 88.20 system code 7. The whole tools. And los trolazos evangélicos, yes, are all inside armored forces installations in government and certain other places playing the heroes for the sake that they will domain and they will say what is allowed on me. And what will I ever have or not? And they will just control permanently to me, saying that they choose the devil, and I want to know that. They are desarticamente friends, uncontrolled, perras infernales, perras mercaderes, and I want to know that. And I'm sorry for that. And I want them all dead. Whoever to be a victim is, we were working enough now. And I don't need time to waste in my life, and neither the life of my people, for perras infernales, playing the heroes and the authority of no God. They were and they won't be. Okay, for this of this Thursday, the 7th April 2016, I woke up